She was very brilliant, very smart, very pleasant. We always meet at the church at Yaba when our age group around that time she practiced after Baba at Lute. Lute just started then about that. Yes, around that time, I think again, she went briefly to UK and therefore for advanced knowledge or something. You know, she was very, very brilliant. Brilliant. Everybody was happy and she was to get good results. So, it's all right.
I will start by referring to Proverbs 18:22, which says, "He who finds a wife finds a favor from the Lord. The day my brother found her, he found a good thing." And he actually received favor from the Lord. As a wife, she was just fantastic. Very supportive, very supportive. The grace of God has kept my brother. But apart from that, the second thing that kept him has been the support from
daughter. I've been living with her and her husband from the age of 6 years because I lost my father when I was very young. So she brought me up through primary school, secondary school, university, and our first daughter and myself got married on the same day in the same church. So you can say that she's actually my mother and he's my father. So she will tell you she has 7 children because myself and one other sister, making 3 girls in the family. She will always tell you she has 7 children. And when I wanted to marry my husband, I told him, I must tell you one truth. He said, what is it? I said, she's not my biological mother. My husband said, I'm lying. So there was no difference. Mama has been living. Anybody that lives with her, you will never know a difference. Whether they are children, or biological or not. She treats everybody the same way.
My uncle, Professor Lobi, said, my mom was a pillar to the family. That my mom held the family together, irrespective of who. So that was why they were so worried when she was ill in COVID at her. What does she mean, you? Because even her prayer was that if her husband goes in the morning, she wants to follow her at night. That choice I was saying amen to that prayer, because during that COVID, that was when I knew the kind of bond they had. Because during that COVID, that was when I knew the kind of bond they had. Because my dad would be speaking to her via phone, saying, and he would be saying, you have to come back, you.
I remember she always tell my husband that, look, if your wife, let her be 10 times PhD professors, the husband is the head at every point in time. She's always ringing that in my hair. So don't let it get carried away. And she always tell us then that, look, in their own family, once you're married, you're married. So you have to do everything to make your own work. As now, by background and training, we saw that at one point we saw vegetable oil, we saw soap. Eventually, we were raised using poultry. She went into poultry, piggery, and all the livestock farming, you know. And I mean, even experiences from her. I also remember when we were growing up, she also encouraged us we should go into baking, you know, and all that. I mean, that was the kind of person she was.
She taught me the word professional. From once you are in the school, she will tell you to start thinking of who you be. Start seeing yourself. And she will tell you, I learned the word professional from her mouth. I never heard that word before. And I had to go to the dictionary to go and look at what a professional means. And she told me I should put it back on my mind and become a professional. She was a nurse. So she will ask me over and over again what I want to become in life from a young age. The first thing I told her was a nurse. Later I told her, oh, I want to become a doctor. She chose my profession for me. I told her I want to be a medical doctor. I said no. I said, why? Because of my children and my family. That job is too tough. I won't have time for my children. I won't have time for my family. And I said, okay, what do you want me to do? Fortunately, she had worked with pharmacists. So she told me to go and study that, and that's what I studied. And she's right. Because when I go to the US, it's tough for doctors. And she told me before I become 50 years, I must work for myself. And that's what I'm doing. And I actually have, to the grace of God, because of her, I have a pharmacy there in the US that I manage together with my husband.
My mom is a very strong woman. She's very, very resolute. She's very bold. There's no one my mom cannot confront, meaning speak with. As far as she cannot approach for anything. She doesn't believe in no. She's ready to, even if you are the president of the whole world, my mom will speak to you. She's as bold as that. A big lesson for me is a woman has a bedrock of a home and a family. And irrespective of what it is, you need to understand the role you play in the life of your husband and in the life of your children. An ability to effectively play that role will help your husband to fulfilling purpose and destiny, while you are also fulfilling yours. Because that's what I realized, that as you are helping them in fulfilling theirs, God is making it possible for you also to fulfill yours.
She taught me one thing. She said, when I was growing up, she would give me a difficult assignment. And I tell her I cannot do it, it's too difficult. She said no, that she's not taking no for answer. She will tell me that the route she has given me to go and do that thing, if it's not possible, I should go look for an alternative route. That's a big lesson. And I've been following that up to now. She will tell me there's a plan A. If there's a plan A, there must be a plan B.
There are some things I learned from her, because the mistake you should make is to meet my mom. What I mean by that is that no matter who you are, you will fall in love with her. I can remember organizations that didn't do business with the brands she represented. By the time she met them, it was, if she's not involved, they won't deal. And that I learned to carry along in my life, because people do business with you not because you're the best of what you do. It's because of the taste you live in their mouth. Whether you're a big man, once my mom meets you, she will give you a lasting impression, which goes a long way or in all areas of your life. And it has helped us a lot. And it's sources that we cannot comprehend. We cannot put a value to.
Passionate, very. So I believe that's, so if you have a wife, for you to succeed, they say out behind every success there's always a woman. So you need a good wife who is supportive, who really runs the race with you, so that you remain focused. But if the wife is the other side, I mean, it's not possible for the man to succeed. I could remember there was a time we used to live in Obanikoro. I mean, I say an undergraduate at that time. So the wife will always insist that my brother should have something as breakfast, no matter how small, even if it's only one slice of bread. Every morning before going to work, he was working with UBA at the time. And I did my vacation jobs in UBA. So you need something. It's like when you're traveling, you need fuel to start your journey. So she always emphasized that, except when he's fasting. He used to fast on Fridays. That's my brother.
She extended so much, because of course, as you are growing older, you also see the way she attended to my, and I also taught on how she also deal with my own husband as well. And to me, that was really, my dad was like, I remember when she was, before she passed 12 months, and she's thinking what daddy will eat. You're on the sick bed, you're thinking that what somebody at home is going to eat. It will be fine, they will look after him, person. And that daddy's food, how are they going to prepare? I couldn't really get it now. You need to start thinking of daddy, but that was just, she was.
The thing I want to say is in to further describe her is in Proverbs 31, 10 to the end. But I only read verse 10 alone. It says, "Who can find a righteous woman? For her price is far above rubies. My mother's price is far above rubies." What she has done in the heart of people, and the people that knows her knows no limit. There's no limit, there's no bound. She is a virtuous woman. She is a virtuous woman. It said, "The heart of her husband doeth safely trust in her, so that she shall have no need of spoil." That's how she is. She's a typical woman of Proverbs 31.
She's a people's person. You know, we grew up having a lot of people living with us, and that also impacted or reflected in my own personal family too, really. You know, so, and she's somebody I also believes so much in the efficacy of prayer. My mom will tell you, whatever it is, take it to God in prayer. You know, she was that. My mom is going out, she prays. When she's coming in, she's praying. When she's, she's always praying at every point in time.
Then when we talk about our prayer life, she says something. She says, no matter how minute it is, put it to God in prayers. And thank God for that, because over time, I now realize the real implication of that. Because what it means is that once you pray about it, you have invited the supernatural into the transaction. So, and it will always show up. If you want to catch a flight and my mom should pray, you're on your own. No? Because she will pray, she will take each member of the family, extended family, from both she will pray about every one of them. She prays ceaseless. Prayer is like next to nothing for her. So that really gave a good foundation to our upbringing, because it's always prayers. Even when I want to go out, parties, growing up. So it was our nature to always put everything to God in prayers.
She made me a pastor. She taught me how to pray. When we were young, we normally go back to Elisha to go and see grandma. So that day, we went with daddy's friend, Mr. Aluko. And there was a station wagon. In those days, it was common. So mommy had that station wagon. The driver drove us with daddy's friend, Mr. Aluko. On the way, we had an accident. The car tumbled like 5 times. And to the grace of God, there was a ditch there that stopped the tumbling. And nobody was hurt. Nobody. The only thing that was hurt was the gear of the car was spoiled. We would have continued the journey, but they had to tow the car back to Lagos. So when we came in, I was the first one that ran home. I said, "Mommy, mommy, mommy." We were shouting all over. We couldn't find her. And I ran straight to her room. Guess what I saw her doing? She was on her knee, praying for us. And I was saying, "Mommy, mommy." She was deep in prayer. She didn't hear me until I went to touch her. I said, "Mommy." She said, "You are back?" I said, "Yes, ma." She then asked me what happened. I told her all the things. It was our prayer that saved us. And that's why I knew there's power in prayer.
To me, she's been a very big replica for us to also know that marriage does work, and you also can also enjoy that blissful marriage in your own family. Once you go and allow God in the sense that you submit, most time you're not supposed to agree, even when you're agreeing to disagree, but you're supposed to help your husband to make the right choices, guide him to make that decision. And most times a woman has a very strong hold on a man. I must tell you that to me. And with that, you're going to see your home blossom and fulfill.
The only thing is for me to ask God to grant her eternal rest. Yes, because she has done her best. I mean, a few days before she died, I was not around, but I was talking to my brother with my nephew over the phone. We were planning as to what type of food she should be eating when discharged from hospital. So even the news came to me as a rude shock. It came to me as a rude shock. But like I said, Our prayer is that God grants her eternal rest.
My last word to her is Mama Esunre, that she will rest in eternal peace and rest in the bosom of our Lord Jesus Christ till we meet again at the feet of Jesus. Because I believe we're going to meet at the feet of Jesus.